Hey, how's it going on out there today, world? Donta Holliman here again, shooting another quick video for you guys. And this video is about creating your own success. Now, I just want to share this with you because it's very important that you know it's possible, people. The first thing you want to do is get away from the people who doubt you, or the people who judge you, or even the people who just don't understand. This is very important because they bring a lot of negative energy around you, and if you want to be successful, you need to put yourself around successful people, and just be willing to copy someone else. A lot of things that mess people up when they try to be successful is they actually want to be a perfectionist and do everything for themselves. This is why you might see some people telling you that don't try to reinvent the wheel. And that's very important. I mean, if it's someone who's doing something that you want to do and they're making the type of income that you want to make, why would you break that? Why would you change up something or try to reinvent a different way to do what you're trying to do? All you really have to do is put yourself around that person and learn and do exactly what they do to the T. That means if they're telling you that the way they got to the point that they're at in their life, if they're telling you that, well, I bought this specific tool to help me build my business, you need to be buying that tool as well. If they're telling you that they're doing 2 to 6 blogs and 2 to 6 videos every day, you need to be doing the same thing. Stop trying to, come up with your own ways to do things because obviously it hasn't been working for you in the past. So why do you think it's going to work now? But it's highly possible to create your own success. You just have to be focused. And I really made this video for people who has an average, regular everyday job, what we call just over broke. And a lot of times I run into people who claim that they want to, make their own money and run their own business, but then at the same time, they always come up with the excuse that I don't have time. And to me, it's just an excuse. If you're really hungry and you want success in your life, but you really hate your job, I think it'd be a great idea to go ahead and find a way to make time. You can say you don't have time, but this is the time when you have to make time. And what I used to do before I started marketing full time is before work. My job used to start at 2 o'clock. I used to work 2 p.m. to 10. I mean, yeah, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. And what I would used to do, I would get up around, let's say about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I would start my day off by, of course, praying first. Asking God to help me have a blessed and productive day, and then I would get right into it. But the first thing I would do after I got done praying was I would listen to something motivational or something that teaches me something that I don't know, and this is where I would get a lot of my blogs, and video ideas. And so then I would, just take my notes down, and then after I did that, I would probably be eating me some breakfast or something while I'm doing that. And I just, lay down with my eyes closed and intake everything that's positive around me. And then I would get into my marketing. And so I used to have to be at work at 2 o'clock. So about 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., which is 2 hours, I will market hard. I will market hard for 2 hours before work. And then I would get off at 10 o'clock at night. And then, I'll probably come in, you know, kick back a little bit, only for probably like an hour or so. I wouldn't, get too comfortable. But while I'm sitting back chilling, again, I would probably be listening to something else motivational, something that inspires me, or something that's teaching me something. If I was lucky enough to catch a webinar or a conference call or something, I would get on that. And then the next thing you know, I will market hard again for another 2 to 3 hours, totaling 4 to 5 hours a day in just marketing, plus my regular 8 hours that I was working. So what happened was I made time. Never come up with the excuse that I don't have time because I have a full-time job. Well, you're not hungry enough, and stop complaining about your full-time job then. If you don't have time, okay. It's funny how people can make time to make other people rich, but they don't want to make time to make themselves wealthy, and that's just backwards to me, people. So, creating your own success, it will be a journey, but it is possible. And if you're really serious and you following the right people, you can get to where you want to be within 90 days, 3 months. I mean, if you can't go 3 months strong, working your butt off, and being tired, this isn't for you, because the outcome of the whole thing is after them 90 days, you are in great position to make a six-figure income, depending on what you're promoting. And at the same time, now you have the ability to really take off, because within those 90 days, you should be generating, massive leads and making a few sales here and there. So what you want to be doing now is, even though you're working, take some of that extra money that you have and invest it in your business at the same time while you're doing your 90-day plans. Next thing you know, within 3 to 6 months, you'll be able to quit your day job. But you got to be hungry enough, and you got to be willing to create your own success. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because it is possible, and anyone can really do it if you're willing to learn. Be a student of the game, learn, and follow people who are making good money in this industry. You don't have to be out there like, okay, I want to be a millionaire at it. I mean, some people will and some people won't. But the bottom line is, to be honest with you, the average person who works a regular job is only making probably $1,100 to $1,500 a month. You know, so if you can just get up to 3 grand a month or 5 grand a month, how good would your life be? It'd be pretty. It'd be pretty sweet in my eyes. And I do it, and I know if I can do it, you can too. So what's stopping you? Create your success and be hungry. Go ahead, go hard, 90 days, man, and your dreams will come true, and success will follow. You heard?